You said the phrase was shared with you that the brain is only as interesting as the mind. And one of the things that brings up for me is, when I look at your work and what you seem to be spending your time on, you aren't 100% focused on reading just the scientific literature of today. Even in some of your published work, you are referencing not just neuroscience and neuroscientists, but work from the past, work from psychologists. You've referenced people like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung a lot from the realm of psychology. What, in your view, is sort of the difference between psychology and neuroscience? What does neuroscience have to learn from psychology, and what sort of value do you find in reading people who've actually been dead for quite some time?
Well, they're dead, and their stuff is I've found is timeless.
Mm.
I mean, if it's the as founders of psychoanalysis like Sigmund Freud or Carl Jung, their work is just it speaks to me personally, but I think it speaks to the human condition, what it is to be a human being, and it's hard to get such like affecting insights into the nature of oneself and one's nature as a human being from, say, cognitive psychology from 1970 onwards or whatever. It's just flat, and sometimes people come into psychology that way and maybe have a behaviorist approach and perspective, but that psychology, in my view, is so thin. It's almost like it sometimes confused me. Like, why are you drawn to psychology when you're only interested in behavior? It's almost like trying to kill or quash the very subject that you're going. I don't understand it. But the deep stuff is it's somewhat poetic. It sort of crosses over into art and anthropology very much. And it speaks to me. And so, when I want to understand something as difficult and complex as how psychedelics work or the nature of mental illness, I have to go to that stuff because it speaks to me, it resonates. And it's like nourishment. It